Hi, I'm Benjamin and I'm from Paper Monkey Theatre. Well, in Paper Monkey we deal with puppets. So today I'm here to share with you about shadow puppets. Right here in my hand is a traditional shadow puppet. Most shadow puppets are made from skin. Yes, this one will make from a buffalo skin. But the best ideal skin will be donkey skin because it's easier to make it translucent. And they usually have 3 sticks to operate them. One will be for the whole body, 2 for the hands, and we'll use our hands to operate the movement. And of course, if we talk about shadow, we need light and a white screen to perform. And later I will show you how is it being done behind. Once upon a time in China, there was an emperor called Han Wuti. He was in love with a concubine, but unfortunately she died early and Han Wuti was heartbroken. Now the officials were worried that Han Wuti cannot rule the country well, so they came together and think of a plan. They told Han Wuti that night his favorite concubine will come and visit him. So Han Wuti waited and waited. True enough, there was a figure floating in the window, and telling Han Wuti to get well soon. And Han Wuti did get well and rule the country well. But he found out that it's actually his official holding a cut-out shape of a woman and holding a candlelight casting shadows. And that's how shadow come into being. Shadow puppetry is actually the art of cutting the piece and letting light through so that we can cast a beautiful shadow. Now, what I have here is a very old shadow puppet. This is about 100 over years old. Now, you can see that it's quite dull in color and it's in black. But when we put it through light, it will be very colorful. Now, this is slightly younger. It's not 100 over years old, but at least 80 over years old. Why they make it so big? So that more people can see the puppets from afar. Now, this one, the color is very vibrant, and you see that the craft in cutting out the designs is very exquisite. This is from Cambodia, and they have a special name called Sipat Tong. Now, true enough, they also have 3 sticks, means 1 stick for the body, 2 sticks for it. But they are very special is that they are called silhouette, in the sense that they will perform behind the light as well as in front of the light. This is small little Thailand, and Thailand does know that sometimes they don't have the skills to move the sticks. They cut it down to even only 1, and they add in some gadgets so that the mouth can move. This is from Kelantan, our neighbor Malaysia. And they also start to add in other elements beside leather, like here the hair, so that when the shadow casts, you'll create even more beautiful shadows. Another one will be from our neighbor Indonesia. Now, of course, Malaysia, Kelantan, and Indonesia, they call this Wayang Kulit. Now, a lot of people thought that Wayang Kulit translation will be called shadow. Actually, Kulit means skin. Wayang, so it's called the theatre of the skin. And there's a big difference between Kelantan and Indonesia is the holder. Again, they will have 3. This one is a deer, especially made for me. But the holder is actually made from the buffalo horns. And for Kelantan, they don't use the horns, they use stick instead. And if you look carefully at the end, there is a sharp point. Now, what is this function? This function is that there will be a banana stem while the puppeteer is performing, and they will usually perform about 30 over puppets. So we only got 2 hands, so we cannot hold so many. That's where we will shove it into the banana stem and take another shadow puppet and perform and shove it and then go on. And sometimes if you go to Indonesia, some Indonesian people will tell you that you should watch behind the scene and you don't go in front and watch shadow. Why was that so? Because in the past, when shadow puppet through Hinduism went to Indonesia, only the king and queen can see the shadow. The normal people will have to go behind the gamelan, the music, and the dalang to watch it. So that's why most of the puppets that you see, they are painted in gold or silver or white, so that when the dalang perform, it reflects light. so that those people who are sitting behind can see the shadow puppet. Shadow puppetry was quite popular in Singapore during the, pre-war and post-war. Of course, reason being is that they follow our pioneers all the way from China, from Indonesia, and came to shore. And most of them will perform like Indonesia, Wayang Kulit will perform in Kampong, where the Java embassy was there, right? And then of course Chinese will be in Chinatown. And all these shows will be very spectacular. They will perform like 3 days. Sometimes Wayang Kulit can perform up to 30 days. In fact, the last Dalang or the last Wayang Kulit master in Singapore passed away in 1985. And ever since that, shadow puppetry has totally extinct in Singapore. It's only recently when Finger Players and Paper Monkey was established, we tried to bring shadow puppetry back to Singapore so that we can have our own heritage preserved. Well, here at Paper Monkey, we are trying to preserve shadow puppetry, but in order to make puppets out of leather is quite expensive. So with the new technology, mostly our puppets, modern shadow puppets, are made of hard paper and sticks, like this rabbit here. And we also incorporate some of the gadgets, like the one with the moving mouth. Now basically it's just levers, and here's another one that is also with plastic and paper that we can operate it here and move. And this design are much more cartoonish or manga-ish, so that the children can, once look at it, will just enjoy their designs. To be frank, some of the traditional shadow puppetries are actually quite scary. So here, we can show the children that when they go home, they can make their own shadow puppets. They don't need to spend a lot of money. Just paper, balloon stick, or even a string, they can make their own shadow puppet at home. I hope that you enjoy what I share with you. See you next time.